and play in the WNBA, the best league. I got an offer from Spain, play in Australia, Russia, China. There's so many places. I wanted to play in Korea, and I want to play for the Korean national team, so that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm here. Hi, my name is Kiana Smith. I'm from Southern California. I play for Samsung Blue-Minx. After high school, I was a McDonald's All-American, and that's basically the top 24 high school players in the country. So they picked 12 high school players from the East and 12 high school players from the West, and we play in an all-star game. After that, I went to the University of California, Berkeley, and played 2 years there, then transferred and went to the University of Louisville and played 2 years there. And in my last year, went to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament, which is the biggest tournament in college basketball, and we made it to the final 4 teams out of 360 something teams. So it was a pretty big deal. And then after that, I got drafted 16th overall to my hometown team, the Los Angeles Sparks, which was crazy. I got to play where Kobe Bryant played and where LeBron James plays now in the crypto arena, which was really awesome, and play in the WNBA, the best league in the country. Yeah, that was my basketball journey up until Korea, and now everyone in Korea has been watching me play in WKBL. After my first WNBA season, most girls play overseas, and you can really choose anywhere. I got an offer from Spain, other places in Europe, and you can also play in Australia, Russia, China. There's so many places that you could play. But I decided to choose Korea because obviously my family's Korean, I'm half Korean, so I thought it would be great to learn more about my culture and my history. They just treat you really well. I mean, a lot of countries, like in Europe, you hear a lot of stories about how they don't treat the players that great. They don't get 3 free meals a day like we do here. The facilities aren't as good. You won't be able to go shoot and practice whenever you want. But we have our own facilities here, which is really big because I can work on my game whenever I want to. They feed us, we have treatment times, you know, everything's really great here. Honestly, I didn't really need much convincing because I wanted to play in Korea and I want to play for the Korean national team. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm here. It means a lot to me and my family to represent Korea. I've represented USA my entire life. I think having the opportunity to represent Korea means a lot to my family. I would want to play in the Olympics and play on a 5-on-5 team. And also, since I've lived here the past 3 years, I've built connections with people in Korea, girls on the team. I would love to play with them and help advance the country in their basketball skills, do my part to help. Well, to play on the national team, you have to become a citizen. We've been in the process of having my dual citizenship for the past 3 years. It's been a really long process, but we're in the last step. We just have to do one more interview with the Department of Justice. If I pass that interview, then I become a dual citizen. I got a teacher last season and then went home and got distracted, and now I'm back and haven't really started up again, but I'm trying to learn with my translator and my teammates are trying to help me, so I would say I'm a little rusty, but I'm trying my best. I would say like 50% I can understand, maybe 70%. No, honestly, I can understand a lot, and when my teammates have conversations, I pretty much understand like what everything they're talking about. But when it comes to like forming a sentence, it's really difficult for me. I'm trying to study my Korean history to be ready, but until then, I'm waiting. Obviously, my family was really excited. They got to come with me my first time. My grandmother and my grandpa obviously are really, really happy. They even chose my Korean name. It's Eunju. So Che Eunju. The Che is my grandpa's last name, and so my mom's maiden last name. And then Eunju, my grandma just thought it was really pretty. Now everybody on the team sometimes calls me Eunju, and it kind of stuck, so yeah. And my colleagues thought it was really cool too. They all know I'm Korean back home. They think that it's cool that I got to come experience my culture firsthand. I come from a really long basketball family. My grandpa played in the NBA with the Bucks. My dad and my uncle are basketball coaches. My dad coaches at the University of Washington. My uncle coached in the WNBA for a really long time. So I've been in a really big basketball family. When I was little, I started playing because I was always at my dad's practices. I'd be on the sideline just dribbling with my brother and my sister. My brother went to college for basketball at University of Fullerton and Cal Poly. So I've I've always been around basketball. It's a really big basketball family. I would say it's a good and bad thing because sometimes it brings a little bit of pressure because everybody knows about the sport. If I play bad, then everyone tells you you play bad, right? But then it's also a good thing because I think that's why I'm talented, because from a young age I was able to learn so much. I think I learned my shooting from my dad. He taught me how to shoot from a young age, but also he has the same knee injury. So when he used to rebound for me a lot when we were young, but after he had the knee surgery, he would still rebound for me, but if I missed the shot, then I would have to go rebound it myself. So I would have to make it most of the time so that he could just get it out the net and pass it back. That also added up to me being a good shooter because I was always trying to make the shot so I wouldn't have to go chase my own rebound. I think everyone has the same facilities. Like everyone has access to gym and weight room and everything. But I think I personally, maybe it's biased, but I personally think that we have one of the best cultures in the WKBL. Everyone's just so loving and wants everyone to do really, really well. We push each other, want each other to succeed. So I just appreciate the environment that we built here. The age system is really different. In America, if you're older or younger, it doesn't really matter. Anyone can say anything, anyone can speak up and yell at anyone. And we yell at each other a lot actually in America. But in Korea, obviously, if you're younger, you don't really yell at your 언니. And 언니es have more say over everything, but that's really big difference. Not really, because back home, my grandparents and I have older cousins and have already taught me that, and that's the way that we behave with my Korean family. So coming here, it wasn't really that hard of a transition. I think we practice a lot more than in America, so we run a lot more. I didn't expect that coming, so that was definitely a difficult adjustment. Our 언니es are really great. They're hard on us, but they care about us as well. And our coaches too, I think, obviously have their own plan, but they ask us what do we think and our opinions, and I really appreciate that. My first season, I tore my knee and got hurt in the middle of the season, and I was pretty down about it, and obviously I think I was really sad and homesick because I wasn't playing basketball. 3 of our 언니es decided to take me on like a little cabin getaway. So we went to Airbnb in this villa and we cooked and made dinner and watched movies. It was a really good memory and really special, and that's when I knew that Samsung was a special place and that people really care about each other here. Oh, that's a good question. Obviously, you watch the K-dramas. So I used to watch them when I was little with my 할머니. So I thought maybe it was really dramatic here, but it's not like that at all. But I've seen a lot of TikToks about like the skincare is really good. So I was really excited to try all of that when I first got here. Honestly, Korea is a lot of what I expected. And I have some friends outside of the basketball team that I visit in Seoul sometimes. How did I make those friends? There's a foreigner basketball league. They DM'd me to come to one of their events, and when I went to the event, I met a lot of people. They invited me to go out with them and eat Itaewon. We had a lot of fun, and then ever since then they come to my games and we hang out every once in a while when we get an off day. When we do get off days though, sometimes I'm really tired. I just want to lay down and watch Netflix. Honestly, it's pretty good. Like, I love the friends that I've made here. I love the city, so I go out and shop a little bit sometimes if I'm not feeling too tired. It could get hard sometimes because I miss my family and my friends back home. I think holidays are the toughest because Christmas, everybody's with their family and my family is so far away. American Thanksgiving, something that I've had for so long, and then I don't get that meal here. So that can get a little tough, but my teammates and my friends here have been really supportive. It is a little sad, but thankfully, like this year, we have another foreigner on our team. She's Japanese. Her name's Michiki. So she also doesn't have a lot of family here. So during those long breaks that we get together and we can celebrate our own. My first would be win a championship in the WKBL, so hopefully that gets done this year. My second would be play in the Olympics with the national team and then win medal in LA, yes, 2028. I think that would be really special to go to the Olympics in 2028 with them because my grandpa and my grandma would be able to entire Korean family who's in Southern California would be able to watch me play with the Korean national team. And my grandpa can't really travel out here because he's not healthy enough. So to bring that back to him would be really special. So for all of you guys that haven't seen us play, the Samsung Blue or the WKBL, I'd encourage you guys to watch us play. We're a super exciting league. We have great players, and come watch me.